One thing that turns women on more than sex. Hey guys, welcome back to Keep Calm Margot. Today we're diving into something that might surprise you. There is one thing that turns women on even more than sex. And no, it's not a six-pack abs, expensive cologne, or a perfectly timed pickup line. It's something deeper, something that science proves creates a bond so strong that it makes you crave you long after the physical thrill fades. Stick with me because by the end of this video you'll know exactly how to use this to your advantage without losing your masculine edge. The science of why sex isn't enough. Have you ever had sex with someone and felt empty afterwards? Like the physical part was fun, but as soon as it was over, you realized there was no real connection. Yeah, that's because physical chemistry is cheap. It's exciting, it's intense, but it's also temporary. Here is the truth. Almost any guy can get a woman's body, but very few can touch her soul. And the guys who do, those are the ones she can't stop thinking about. Emotional connection isn't something you can fake. You can game your way into her bed, but you cannot game your way into her heart. Why? Because connection isn't a personality trick, it's biological, it's chemical, and it's primal. Now let's keep this sexy while we get scientific. When a woman feels emotionally safe, seen and valued, her brain releases oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone. It's the same chemical a mother's brain releases when she holds her newborn baby. And yes, oxytocin also spikes during orgasms, cuddling, and long, meaningful conversations. That means when you make her feel deeply connected, you are not just being sweet. You are actually creating a chemical addiction. Over time, she bonds with you in a way she doesn't fully understand, but she feels it. A study published in Psychoneuroendocrinology found that oxytocin literally increases trust between people. Participants who received oxytocin via nasal spray were more willing to share personal information and depend on others compared to the control group. Translation: when she feels connected, she trusts you more, and that trust becomes magnetic. Now let's contrast that with dopamine, the pleasure chemical. Dopamine is released during sex, flirting, excitement, that first kiss, even the thrill of a risky text message. It feels amazing, but it's short-lived. Think of dopamine as a sugar rush. It spikes and crashes. Oxytocin, on the other hand, is the glue. It sticks, it lingers. It's why women crave more than just the physical act. Safety is sexy, consistency is sexy. And when you know how to create that, you stop being just a flame. You become unforgettable. Why emotional connection outlasts lust. Let's be blunt. Sex will get you your body, but emotional connection will keep your soul. Every guy has a story like this. He planned the date, wore the right cologne, nailed the conversation, ended up in bed with her. She moaned, she smiled, and then she ghosted. Why? Because there was no emotional residue. Let me give you a real example. I once knew a woman, let's call her Nadia. She dated a guy who looked like he walked straight out of a romance novel. Tall, rich, handsome, six-pack abs, deep voice. On paper he was perfection, but Nadia dumped him in a month. Why? Because in her words he was like dating a mannequin. Zero depth, zero emotion. I could tell him my biggest fear and he'd respond like I told him it might rain tomorrow. Now here's the twist. 2 months later, Nadia started dating another guy. He wasn't flashy, he wasn't rich, he didn't even have a gym membership, but he saw her. He asked questions no one else asked. He remembered her childhood dog's name. He laughed at her sarcastic stories instead of judging her. And when she cried, he didn't try to fix it. He just listened. And guess what? She became obsessed. Why? Because emotional connection makes a woman feel like she can finally take off her mask. Like she can be fully herself. Raw, messy, unfiltered, and not be judged. That feeling, you can't buy it, you can't fake it, and when a woman feels it, you become her standard. The science behind emotional desire. Here's where we get even more scientific. Studies in relationship psychology show that a woman's long-term sexual desire is more strongly tied to emotional intimacy than men's. Put simply, for a lot of women, sex isn't just physical, it's relational. While men can often separate these two, women's desire is deeply linked to how emotionally safe and bonded they feel. A study in the Journal of Sexual Medicine found that women report significantly higher levels of sexual satisfaction in relationships where they also report high levels of emotional intimacy. So yes, being physically attractive might get her attention, but being emotionally connected, that makes her chase you. And here is the kicker. When she feels emotionally bonded, she doesn't just feel closer. She becomes more sexually available, more loyal, and more invested. Emotional connection doesn't replace sex, it amplifies it. How to create emotional connection without simping? Okay, so how do you actually build this connection without turning into your therapist, your diary, or your dermat? Let's go through 5 real tactics you can start using today. Ask deep questions. Skip that boring "what do you do for work" or "what's your favorite color?" That's background noise. Instead, ask questions that peel back your layers. What's something people misunderstood about you? When you feel most like yourself? What kind of love did you grow up around? These questions disarm her in the best way. They signal you are not just trying to get into her pants, you actually want to see her. And when a woman feels seen, she bonds. Mirror her emotions, not just her words. Connection is built in response, not reactions. So if she says, "Work has been exhausting," don't just reply with, "Yeah, that sucks." Instead, try, "It sounds like you've been carrying a lot on your own. How are you handling it?" That shift makes you feel like you get her, and that's intimacy without weakness. Create emotional anchors. This is where things get fun. Emotional anchors are shared experiences, private jokes, or rituals that only the two of you understand. Maybe you create a dumb handshake, or you have your restaurant, or you call her a goofy nickname after she snorts laughing. These moments build memory, and memory builds meaning. Hold space without fixing everything. This is crucial. If she is venting, don't jump to fix it. Don't turn into Mr. Problem Solver. Instead say, "That sounds like it really got to you. Do you want to talk it out or just distract yourself tonight?" That shows leadership, calmness, emotional strength. Women find that incredibly attractive. Stop trying to impress her. This one's a paradox. The harder you try to prove yourself, the less safe you seem. Because performance equals insecurity. True confidence says, "I don't need to impress you, I want to know you." That's when she starts texting you first, opening up, saying things like, "I don't know why, but I feel so comfortable around you." And boom, that's when you've got her hooked. Why this works? Neuroscience research shows that when people share vulnerable conversations, their brainwaves literally start to sync, a phenomenon called interpersonal neural synchronization. This means the more you connect emotionally, the more your brain literally aligns. So when she says, "I feel like we're on the same wavelength," that's not just a metaphor, it's biology. Outro. So let's wrap this up. Most men chase sex like it's the finish line. But the truth is, sex is just the entry ticket. The real prize is emotional connection, because that's what makes you crave you even when you are not around. Sex might make you mourn, but emotional connection makes you remember. It makes you loyal, it makes you inspired, and it makes you feel addicted to you. So the next time you wonder why she ghosted after what felt like an amazing night, ask yourself, did I touch your body or did I touch your soul? If you found this helpful, make sure you hit that subscribe for more advice on relationships, attraction, and what women really want. This is Keep Calm Margot, and I see you in the next one. Bye!